everybody. I'm your spooky host, and welcome back to more DK64 Randomizer. We're back today with legendary Bean Blitz, which appeared and became popular during my short hiatus in December. So I'm very excited today to attempt such a feat. What you gotta do is you gotta get the bean. You gotta get the bean, right? So everybody loves the bean. This is like pretty much a layup, right? This is an absolute layup. Be everybody's favorite DK64 seed they've ever seen in their entire lives. That's right. It'll be right here. Rise and donk. Bean time, baby. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm getting set up. Happy Friday. Happy Ding Dang Friday. Can't wait to get this bean with you guys. It's going to be an incredible achievement once the bean is in our hands. Oh my gosh, Holly Jolly 21 here for the early rise and donk? Rising and donking with us? What a blessing. Thank you for doing such a thing with us. What an absolute blessing. What an absolute blessing. How are you this day? While you're here, feel free to answer the question of the day. What is your favorite kind of bean? This is for Bean Blitz. Bean Blitz, not Bean Blintz. A Bean Blintz would be a form of pastry with beans in it, I believe. You're a fan of the garbanzo bean, so versatile. I had garbanzo bean pasta yesterday. That's chickpea pasta. He's talking, Holly Jolly 21 is speaking in riddles. Speaking in riddles, a garbanzo bean is in fact a chickpea. Chickpeas are delightful. They are delightful. Well, gang, here at spookyhost.com, we celebrate something every single day. So let's go ahead and figure out what is the day of the day. Let's figure it out, guys. It is... Alright, so we've got Benjamin Franklin Day. That's a pretty flattering photo. That's nice. Cable Car Day. We've got Day of Judgment. Oh boy, wow. Customer Service Day. We love customer service people. International We Are Not Broken Day. Okay. Ditch New Year's Resolution Day. Grab some ice cream, skip that workout, and spend some more time on your phone, people. Come on, let's get our priorities straight. Why are you wasting your time on a resolution? That's a Kid Inventors Day. James Leonard Taggle Gordon Day. That's tempting. I don't know who that guy is. National Carolina Day. National Hot Buttered Rum Day. Hothead. This sucks. National Lose the Jet Lag Day. There we go. Betty White's birthday. Alright, that's tempting. I might have to go with Betty White's birthday. We've never done a birthday here, folks, but I'm tempted for Betty White's birthday to celebrate such a thing. What an icon, right? Let's see if the chat has any recommendations. No. I think we've got to celebrate National Lose the Jet Lag Day. Happy Betty White's birthday, everybody. That's what we're going with, I think. Where's my chat that I could like type into? I guess I'll do it here. Happy Betty White's birthday day, everybody. So go ahead, throw on an episode of the Golden Girls, and have a wonderful Betty White's birthday, guys. Alright, so we're gonna do a bean blitz here. Can't wait. Feel free to keep letting us know, letting me know your favorite beans. And we'll get started here. Where's my ding dang, there we go. I found it all. I found it. I've located my timer. Alright, what do we start? So the goal here is to... With my controller not performing as expected. Let me try it again.
Okay.
My controller was not doing things, and I was pressing the buttons, which is quite mysterious. Okay, it's fine now. Don't know what that was. Turning it on and back, off and back on again is the oldest trick in the book. It truly is. Alright, we've got Diddy Chunky, which is not a bad way to start out with Blast. Ooh, what's that called? That's not Hunky Chunky. That's Gorilla Gone and... What's the tiny one again? Oh boy. Oh boy. What is that move? That's Monkey Port. Okay. I'm rusty, people. I'm quite rusty, but we'll get it. We'll get there together. So, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, donk. So I've got a delightful day ahead of me. Got my pal Crazy Steve coming over later. And Jordan Walk 2015 actually. Oh, open lobbies. I can get into factory. That's incredible. And we're gonna game out a little bit. We're gonna play some silly video games, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And then afterwards, there is a draft for the big draft league I'm in with all, like the first one I did, like all the same people as that. It's a big Nat Dex league, including my wife and Crazy Steve, and we're going to, we're all gonna get together and do a big, well, virtually, and do a big draft. But oh, do I not have a charge? That sucks. Oh my god, I hate not having, not having a charge is so bad. Okay, so I do have climbing though, right? I do have climbing. Do I have a camera? I do have a camera. I guess I could have gotten the ferry. Oh, this is a waste too then, because I don't have a... I don't know why people don't put the charge in the basic set of moves. You can't do all of the dirt patches. It's an international tragedy. That's what it is. That's the scale of the horribleness that goes on. It's okay. We'll recover somehow. We will make it happen. We've got potions all over this place. We just don't have access to them. We just don't have access to any of them. We can see them. They're tantalizing us. We're being tantalized by the bananas. No, not the bananas. No, I didn't say that. Don't clip that. It didn't happen. That was a fake banana. I've been had. Haruki Gaming gonna lurk as you get ready for work. That rhymes. Thank you for lurking. Hope you have a great day, Pyroki. Feel free to leave your favorite bean in the comments. But yeah, excited to do a big draft. I have to get my revenge this draft because I lost last time, and in the playoffs too. I felt like the Baltimore Ravens, which is unfortunate in the playoffs, but that reputation also might change this this coming weekend, perhaps. If the Ravens win, so the Ravens are in the playoffs. The Ravens are in the playoffs, and if they do in fact win against the Buffalo Bills, I believe that the reputation of the Ravens being playoff stinkers will cease. Whoa. Boss doors are just open. That is what I am hoping for, but for Draft League, I was feeling like... Let's see. The yellow potion. It'd be hard not to go for that, right? It's right there in front of us. A free potion. We cannot acquire such a thing because we lack a barrel. Oh my god, it kicked me the whole way out. That is preposterous. That's preposterous. Okay, so we've got a blue potion on Jail. We've got a potion on Isles. A training ground. Dirt? No, where was the dirt? Jail. No, wait, I'm so confused. Jail has a regular potion. And then the Isles Feather Gate. Isles Feather Gate has a blue potion. And then there's another one. There's a yellow potion on Jogadon 2. Factory boss. The yellow potion. Alright, not off to the fastest start in the world, but that's okay. I played the other weekend. I got back from a long trip, and I had one day to chill out, and I played Power Washer Simulator for the first time. I mean, I've been pondering for a while, and it was. I'm happy to report that it was not a mistake to do such a thing. Pressure Washer Simulator was quite fun. I think I'll plug in a controller next time. I did it with a keypad, which is, my fingies don't like that. But it was a delightful experience, like just washing down like a little park, for example, and just like listening to something else in the background, and just making like consistent progress at a thing with little effort. Oh boy. A year. Good morning to you. So I have a question of the day prepped for like another day. Oh my god, beavers! Whoa! That popped up on screen, right? I'm worried about this cop, and I don't have a way to deal with him. I have a question of the day prepared for like the future at some point, but I actually wanted to ask you now, Ayer, because you're in like high school, right? How do schools deal with AI and kids just like doing AI all the time? Like, how do you like when I was in high school, I had like a senior paper I had to write, and it took like weeks, and we went to the library and we took it home and we worked on it at other times. But I feel like now you could just no, like I'm saying, like, how do they stop you from just turning in a bunch of AI as your work? You don't have stuff, you can use it. Do you have homework? Like, I feel like if there's any homework, then you can just AI, you could like turn in, but not essays. Okay. So I guess interesting. No essays. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know if that's a cultural thing too, because I know you're not US, so like the school stuff's gonna be like different, but okay, interesting. It doesn't sound like there's as many safeguards as I expected. Because that's like one of the first things I thought about when like the generative AI stuff got big, is I was like, how are they going to handle all these kids just turning in AI homework and AI essays that they didn't even like work on? And I guess like to some degree you could say, well, if they don't learn it, then they don't learn it. It's kind of their prerogative, but also they're kids, so you can't expect them to make totally. And in like late high school, like everybody's not all like kids either, though. So like I'm not saying like you're like some immature like person or anything like that. But like even in younger grade school, like there's gonna be tech savvy enough kids that are gonna be able to you know turn in like a 5-paragraph persuasive essay on Abraham Lincoln or somebody else. I don't know who, somebody else, and just have it all written up by AI. You learn from, that's 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. Well, that makes sense. Maybe, okay, maybe they just don't care that much. Maybe they don't really care that much. That's just the first thing I would have expected. I don't know, maybe I'm more immersed in AI than a lot of other people are. Oh, what is Bean Blitz? Beam Blitz is a new setting string. It's not in like the presets yet, but there's like a setting string out, and you win when you find the bean. It's like kind of that simple. Okay, Grape, Japes, Caves, and Mines. Japes, Caves, and Mines has Grape. Oh wait, no. It should be balloon. Wait. What do I write down? No, I need to write down Isles, Tiny, Feather. That's where balloon is. I don't know if I'll need that. Maybe I pass on that one. Punch. No, I'm doing this backwards. SAC. Okay, thank you for illuminating me, Aegir. I was wondering about that. Castle. Oh, I could put that in the Kong hints. Triangle, hillside. Yeah, I'm gonna have a question of the day pretty soon. Ooh, Bean is in the Hive Tunnel. That's our ultimate objective. We need to get to Hive Tunnel. That could be good. Vines. DK Forest. Has vines, okay. Feather might be big then. Factory Melon. Great. Has donkey. Yeah, I'll definitely have a question of the day, asking soon how people use AI, but I'm wondering if through work I'm like more immersed in it than most people at this point, because they're pushing on it so hard. Caves Chunky. Caves Chunk. Bongos. Key 7. Castle. City. The bean must be found. We are doing Bean Blitz, Mr. Bean King. Galleon, the Splat, Mini Monkey, DK Caves, Diving, forgot. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we need to get a Splat here. Your favorite type of blessed day for bean kind. Indeed, Crazy Steve, it is a blessed day for bean kind. And for us, it is draft day, indeed. My favorite type of beans are the people of the beandom. Oh, you can't forget about the people of the beandom. They've been through so much. Oh, the poor souls have been through so much. Everybody take a second and think about the beandom people. Ayer, you said you've been... Oh yeah, you mentioned Home Alone 1 and 2 the other day, for some reason. Very exciting. I support you in your Home Alone... Your Home Alone frenzy. I support you very much. I hope you enjoy them. The opinions? My opinions on Home Alone 1 and 2. I think I talked about this a little bit. I would say that 1... I don't know if I've seen 2, except like once, maybe like in chorus, like the day before Christmas break in high school, like right before school let out, but like after the Christmas concert was done. So like there's literally nothing to do in chorus. I think at that point I may have. Origin Arcade has I don't have vines yet, but I could potentially finagle this. No, I can't. No finagling to be had, gang. I'm sorry. I misled you. Yeah, it's the first one's fun. I don't know about the second one. I know it's still Kevin McAllister. That's pretty good. Steve says that in terms of Home Alone 1 and 2, better than any other Home Alone movies that there are somehow 6 of. Well, it's like it is a pretty like replicable formula, right? You gotta have some kind of kid who has a force he has to defend against using basically it's like inverse. You know what Home Alone... Oh, there's Punch. Punch is in the mini monkey, SAC mini monkey. It's inverse like heist movie, right? That's what Home Alone is? Instead of like the gang like coming up with a plan to break in, it's a kid coming up with a plan to keep everybody out. And it's also inverse because they show you the plan up front and it succeeds. Instead of like in a heist movie, if they show you something, then it's not going to work. If they show you a plan, it's not going to work. But in Home Alone, I believe they show you the plan and it does work. And it's just, you know, slapstick comedy, and you know how it goes. So that makes sense. Oh, 40 bananas for this. Okay, a year. Do you all prefer 2D or 3D games? I would say I prefer 3D games. I'll even use platformers as an example. I've never had a desire to play a Donkey Kong Country game, but I've spent an inordinate amount of time playing Donkey Kong 64, specifically Randomizer, for the N64, which is a 3D game. And in terms of like Mario, like I've played all the Mario platformers, and I've scarcely touched a Mario 2D platformer. Oh, Crazy Steve, I was talking to Jordan Walk 2015 about this evening, and we were conceiving such things as Boomerang Fu Ultimate Chicken Horse, perhaps. I've also acquired Southern Tier double IPAs, and I'm on the fence about making chili, but we could also order out if you desire. Okay. Oh, they don't they don't reveal the whole plan, and he sets up the pieces, but it's still a little vague. Okay. Well, good on Home Alone for following the trend. Good. Okay, key 4 in the surroundings. Or key 2. What am I saying? Charge in the mills. Mills has charge. Sprint. Wait, this Aztec colored bananas has sprint. And then we've got Rocket Barrel. Underground has Rocket Barrel. Neato. Okay, 2 heads up on Ayer's tier list. It was last updated in 2023. It contains all first parties, but also contains a lot of third parties. If you would like to, so at any point before I actually do the tier list, if you would like to swap the tier list out with another one, you are welcome to Ayer, by the way. I will do whichever one you want. That's fine. This is already a long one, so I'm not going to be able to spend a lot of time on each one. If you want me to go more in depth on like each item, then maybe go with a smaller one, but I'm happy to go through at a fast pace with this one. Like that plan, you're good with either option. For food, do you have Boomerang Fu with the DLC? I believe I have Boomerang Fu with the DLC, so I'll provide such a thing. I will provide such a thing. I think what I don't have right now is like snacks necessarily. I have, oh boy, can we do this? I haven't been keeping a lot of snacks around. Okay, I can't acquire such a thing. Okay, so this would be SAC Vines barrel. There's something's in there. There's a mystery afoot. All right, I guess we've got. Well, keys don't matter. This is whose line is it anyway? Everything's made up, and the keys don't matter. We've got Castle next, and Castle has tiny. That's tiny. I kind of want to... Should I just, like... Here's the thing. If I go to Japes, what if I just find the bean on the first 2 items? It could lead to... It could lead to me achieving the fastest speed. If I go to Japes and it's one of the 2 checks that don't require anything, right? I have to consider that possibility. Okay, we've got caves. I'm gonna go ahead and just... I'm gonna check the cost here. We gotta know the economy. Okay, it's $0 to get in all of these places. It is, everything's so cheap. Wow. I kind of like that. I like that you can get in anywhere. Because CLO, like, normally CLO feels a little bit, and this is, kind of like open lobbies. It feels a little, like, disingenuous because it's like, oh, you can go in any lobby you want. You don't need keys. Also, you better have the bananas to get in there. And the bananas are in, like, a specific order of quantity. So you pretty much have to just go in the same order anyways. So it doesn't actually add much. JerryBear16, good morning to you. Good frickin' morning. And chili beans is what you're proclaiming. Proclaiming that chili beans are your favorite variety of beans. That's pretty good, I'd say. That's a pretty good answer. Little spin on it. That's good. We gotta have a little bit of variety here in our in our beans. I'm pretty happy with the responses here, right? We've got oh, I should have been recording these. Where have I been? I think this was 3. I think this was... I want to say this was... No, this is 6. This was 3. This was 5. We had chickpeas. We had the members of the beandom. We had chili beans. We had so many kinds of beans. Ayer, did you say your favorite kind of bean? Maybe I missed it. No, I don't think so. You have to mention your favorite kind of bean. Pyroki didn't even mention his favorite kind of bean. What is this? He's like a bean champion. Right? He's a DK64 player. You gotta have a favorite bean type. You don't have a favorite bean type? What? What is this? Bloosh. Alright, so... We can't get to Japes yet. This is tricky business. This is very tricky business. So, now... We'll try this and see if maybe we could get up to Helm. Because Helm would be open. Can we do this? No, this is going to require monkey port. So we either need diving or monkey port. So where are we going to go? Factory was 1. Can we get... We don't have a monkey port hint yet. We do have... No, we can't get any of that yet. I think... Maybe if we go... Do I have strong opinions of every Smash game? Yeah. Oh my god. I have quite strong opinions about Smash games. Alright, well it says Tiny's in Castle. So I think that is the move, is to go to Castle. This is not Castle. I've gotten everything wrong. What have I done? Okay, so was it here? Alright, here we go. Don't have a way to get any of the things in this area unless I do that crazy Diddy trick, and I don't want to do a crazy Diddy trick. Save them for the... Okay, so am I doing the Smash game tier list? That would bring me great joy. Whoa, dude. This is not where I expected to end up. That would bring me great joy. I would have a field day talking about the different varieties of Super Smash Brothers games. If you don't mind. Okay, so I'm doing that instead of the Nintendo game, every Nintendo game tier list. I like that. I do like that more. Because I can actually go into some depth. Can actually go into some depth there, which will be good. It's just, I just can't feasibly talk for a long time about, like, 300 games. I would have done it, but it would have been a little rough shot, you know? We've got key 2 and castle surroundings. I don't know if I need keys, quite frankly. I don't know if I need such a thing. We got rocket barrel in the castle underground. One of the Diddy checks has key 7, and something at castle has tiny. We're gonna get tiny here somewhere, so we gotta get whatever we can, I think. Yeah, I think I will save the how do you use. It's just too good of a. No, I'm interested right now. How much are you guys using AI, like generative AI, on like a daily basis? Is it like really integrated into your? Is it like affecting you a lot, or is it like do you just come across a lot of internet videos or whatever that have them? I'm very curious because I use it like I have like an AI programming companion that I use at work every day, and I ask it questions constantly. We're brothers, like bound by blood. Sometimes I wonder. It separates the 3DS and Wii U versions of Smash 4. Oh, I'm happy to talk about such a thing. It would bring me great joy to discuss such a feature. You like to correct AI when it tells you something wrong? It certainly does do such a thing. You would think so it's like AI is like generating like code like pretty aggressively. Like, and it has like awareness of like your code base now in like in certain situations if you get the right tool. So you can it can have like context and like generate some like I can like point to like a piece of code and say like, hey, write me some tests, and it'll write me something that like I can save me like maybe like some serious time just like writing boilerplate and stuff. And it's also very good at like converting pieces of like information to other formats. But Lanky Kong, this is not what I expected. We found Lanky guys. Everybody, this is wonderful news. I need shopkeepers. No. This is horrible. Oh, how do I do this? Andy is in factory, so we have to get our dang shopkeepers. Okay, so, and then we know where Lanky is. Lanky's in Castle Shops. But I'm not worried about it taking my job or anything, because like it hasn't accelerated development at such a pace yet that it's even like close. Because once you're like not a junior engineer, I don't know, it's like incredible and also like not amazing at the same time. You can feed certain AI code generators, like you could feed it like a prompt for like a website you want to build or like an application, and it'll give you like 80% of it, like fully fleshed out with code and stuff like that. But it just cannot handle the remaining 20% at all. And that 20% is usually the part that requires like a lot of effort and time, because it's like easy for most developers to handle that that first like 80%. And I don't expect that to change at all, because it requires like a ton, or at least for a long time, because it requires like a lot of context and coordination. So I'm not worried about the AI code revolution in my job, not at least for another like maybe in like another 10 years, and at that point I feel like I'd be less threatened by it even then, because one, there'd probably be a ton of like AI prompt engineering jobs, Nothing. This is to thank you for the GL. Thank you for the GL, Pyroki. You said your use of AI is very limited. You listen to Spotify and use AI DJ on there. Wow, it's limited, but the AI DJ does figure some stuff out sometimes. And then Holly Jolly 21 says, this is to shade AI and not you, but do you think it's affecting your skill set? Like, is there the fear of making you rusty in your skills? But I feel like it's making me rusty. No. No, I feel like it's just letting me skip mostly boilerplate stuff. Because so much of my job already was... I used to call it professional Googling. Oh, you son of a bitch. Sorry for my foul tone, but... he got me. He quite frankly got me. So like, so much of the time spent is like there's just like crazy situations that are super niche that you have to figure out. I think for junior engineers that are just starting their career, they're going to see this as an easy button, and they'll frequently just type a problem into the AI, and they'll get a solution, and they'll post it, and they'll get torn apart because the AI won't write the greatest of code, and they'll suffer because of it. But for me, it usually helps me get to a solution faster, and it'll explain like how it got there. Like, you'd be surprised how often that engineers go on like a forum online and copy and paste a solution that somebody else had for a specific problem and not try and understand it. AI will give you like an explanation, and you can like ask them to like break it down. It's all about how you use it. Like I ask it to explain it, and like, oh, what is going on? What is going on here? We've got a family group chat that I have to keep a very tight leash on. Okay, don't... Gotta keep a very tight leash on this group chat. Extended family is complicated, and to effectively channel information to a lot of people in the form of a group chat, there's certain things you must avoid. One is messages so long that nobody will read them, and too many messages, and also any interpersonal drama or anything. You have to avoid such a thing and set strict rules sometimes. That's what I'm doing. Okay, Ayer, I've ignored your messages long. I haven't intentionally ignored them. I just deprioritized them to keep my chain of thought going. Should you 100% every Smash game? I don't have Cranky either. That bites. Every unlockable. What do you consider a trophy or a sticker an unlockable? That's the big question that I have. You wiener. That's right. I declare this beaver a big wiener. Take that. Don't you feel bad now, beaver? Here's the thing, Ayer. I think that if you've only played one Nintendo game ever, if you've only played DK64, I think that you would get a lot more value and joy out of just like setting some more parameters for yourself that aren't ridiculous, so you're not playing like 1,000 hours to unlock the Lanky Kong trophy in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Why don't you do something like all characters, all stages, all event matches. This beaver sucks. Okay, there we go. All characters, all event matches, all story modes, like that kind of thing, before you go and try and get every single trophy in Melee and take 1,000. It could take like a million billion, because you got so much to try, right? You're fresh on the Nintendo scene. You gotta... You don't know if you want to play Smash, but you're considering 100%ing it? You gotta... Okay. Bold choice. JRaver16 says, I'll jump in on Holly Jolly's question. I'm with Spooky, and I'll add that even if it develops to the point where it's doing big chunks of my job for me, that frees me up to develop other skills on top of it to make advancements where it was not possible because I was spending my time and energy on the stuff that AI is doing now. Yeah, it's like... So, like, before, for example, I'd go in and I'd be like, alright, I gotta write tests for this thing that I just did. So I'd go in and, like, write... I'd have to be like, okay, wait, how do we format these? Like, I don't quite remember. And it's like, I better get all these, like, imports in. And, oh, man, I got this format wrong. And, oh, I forgot about this little thing. And, like, writing... If the tests are broken and I'm trying to fix them or understand why they're failing, like, that's a pretty valuable exercise. Because I get to think about the why, and I develop a greater wisdom of development there. But just like making them, it's... I'm not getting a bunch... At this point in my career, I'm not getting a lot of value out of just generating some random... I can't even get anything out of this. Generating some random tests. So, yeah, just kind of lets me focus on things that are more valuable. Just like any job, like, look, if you don't need to... It's not something that I'm not going to be able to do if I... Because sometimes AI doesn't work for it either. And, like, you've just got to... You just have to do it anyways. Like, you have to generate the tests, or you have to write the documentation. Sometimes you just have to, because AI is not good enough to do it. And that'll keep you going there, and... doesn't understand everything. JerryBear16 says, I think it's like any tool that's come before. Like, farmers probably got worse tilling their fields when the tractor was invented, but they make way more food now. Yeah. If AI was going to take developer jobs, and I think it will take some junior engineer jobs, which is going to be unfortunate, because that means there will be a lot less senior employees later, at like less of a pool to pick from, so it might actually raise the value of senior engineers at some point. But it would have to drastically raise the... AI would have to drastically raise the speed of production so much. And it's like maybe for a good engineer, like, utilizing AI incredibly, it's like a... Maybe it's like a 20% speed boost. It's not. The AI talk has an interesting connection with the Nuzlocke rare candy debate. It's become popular for people to hack in rare candies and use level cap, because it's argued train-up battles are the challenge. You can grind off low-level wild Pokemon, so that doesn't use any relevant skills to beating the challenge. So it's like, whoa, dude. Oh, so it's like who cares about leveling up? It's just, that's kind of a waste of time. You're just preparing for... Like, the actual leveling up is just kind of a waste of time, is the argument. Oh my god, I got double cops. Jeez, dude. Oh, this is a rough place to be. And I still just have nothing. I guess I'm not looking for guns. Maybe I should be looking for guns, but it's set in like 1000 AD when they were inventing the plow and stuff. Oh my. Oh my. Hey, you're thinking about playing Paper Mario 64. I would extremely recommend such a course of action in your life. What a wonderful experience. And you've already got the N64 set up, right? Because you were playing DK64 Randomizer. You could even play Paper Mario Randomizer if you so desired. What a blessing that would be. I still don't have any guns, but I could technically do this course. Yeah, I'd recommend such a thing. I think that would be good. It's like writing basic code, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I've also probably gonna use it any day now to update my LinkedIn a little bit. Gotta keep the LinkedIn fresh. I haven't done it in about a year and a half. Is Paper Mario 64 a good game? Yes. Yes, it's a good game. It's a fantastic game. A blueprint? Come on, Llama. We could do better than that. Yes, it's a wonderful game, Paper Mario 64. It is incomparably better than Sticker Star, Color Splash, and Origami King. But I believe it is less good than the Thousand Year Door. And I believe it's is a little better than Super Paper Mario. I think Super Paper Mario gets big points for its plot and characters and world building. I think it's got a lot of good going on there. Should Air play Sticker Star first so they recognize how... Yes! Oh my god, Air, play it backwards. Yes, play it backwards. Do the crappy Paper Marios first. And then, like, appreciate... And then report back. And let me know if you had the same... Because I grew up playing, I would play Paper Mario 64, like, even with my dad when I was really young. Which is not, like... We didn't do that with a lot of games. And then, you think my Division is good? I appreciate that. Thank you for that, validation. Thank you for that validation. Yeah, you should try playing, like, the other ones first. Because you have, like, a fresh perspective, perhaps. And you could, I don't know, maybe you'd be like, wait a minute, you're wrong. Sticker Star's a masterpiece. You've been blinded by nostalgia, Spooky Host. What are you doing? And I'd be like, oh, what a fool I am, Air. Thank you for your assistance. Super Paper Mario is cool because you literally go to hell. Yeah, you go to hell and then you have the Grugs or whatever. And there's also a, it's the only game I know where you fight a literal incel as a boss. The combat system in Origami is appalling. Oh my god. And that's like not even... Is it the worst? What was... I can't even remember what Color Splash was. I can't remember how you battled in Color Splash. Not that I've played it, but I've like certainly watched stuff bashing it. Yes, I'm biased. I watch content. Yes, I live... The blood that flows through my veins is the content that people put on YouTube shitting on bad Paper Mario games. That's it. There's my deep dark secret. I love it. When I see Arlo's first... one of the first big videos that popped off about how Paper Mario is just not the same anymore and it's completely different and Nintendo ruined it and they have these generic ass characters. Sorry about the language, I'm getting so foul here. They have these generic characters and there's no soul in it anymore and they're like unga bunga paper, haha, hee hee, look at this scissor boss, look at, you're 5 years old. Yes, it makes me happy when people make fun of it. There you go. I'm sorry if you have a child here. This would if I've ruined Baby Bear's life through this course of action, and my apologies are deeper than the vast expanses of the ocean. That's how many apologies I have for you. I have not gotten anything in Aztec. This is appalling. Origami King is impossible since you have a hard time playing Switch games. You're not missing out on much. You don't think she can hear through the headset? I'm lucky. Oh, good, good. I thought I was gonna have to commit seppuku or something, or such. Okay, Aztec shops. Do I have an Aztec shops hint? A tiny potion? Is your order good? You've got Sticker Star, Color Splash, 64, Thousand Year Door, Super. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I don't expect Super Paper Mario to be the best, but it is good. It is good. And I think you have a good order for it. You don't want to wait too long before playing Thousand Year Door. You don't want to wait too... Alright, that was a useless trip. I don't have any moves. What moves can I use in places? Blast. I'm just gonna go to this level. It's 43 minutes and I've acquired 12 bananas and pretty much nothing. Maybe it's because I'm pretty much phoning it in. I'm phoning it in today. I've only got... I've been through 3 levels and I've only acquired Donkey Kong. Should you 100% each game or simply beat it? You could... So again, if you're in the Nathaniel Bandy style of 100%ing things, like it's gonna take you a while if you're getting like every single badge in Paper Mario. I do think until you get kind of immersed in like actually playing these and like enjoying them, there's so much to catch up on that perhaps maybe just play them. I think you'll enjoy that because there's plenty to catch up on. The logic is so funky here. I think you should just play them. Alright. So we should try and acquire something here. Anyways. But thank you for sharing your thoughts on AI and your use of them. It does sound like they're pushing on it at work to a point where I'm probably becoming maybe not an expert. Yeah, you need to play stuff, especially with... I thought that you were like a Nintendo game expert. I'm gonna be quite frank. From how you've interacted in chat, I was certain. Have a good shower. Yeah, so thank you for sharing your thoughts on AI. I guess with my job and the push, I'm probably becoming not an expert, but somebody pretty well versed. Somebody pretty well versed. That's pretty neat. It is convenient. I haven't started... I've trained like an agent before. I made I made an agent for my church's like communication, not communicate, connect group my small group content. I'm gonna do this to get bananas, I think. That I fed it a bunch of like discussion guides from previous discussions, so it had like a format and it understood how to do things, so that I could just give it like a set of verses or a theme and it would pop out some content. That actually worked out kind of well. Oh, I've missed the banana. That was the whole point of this. Okay, it's okay. I think like five more bananas, I should be good. How do I feel about the new DK design in the Mario Kart part of the Switch? So like, I thought they were going with like a classic design, and then they come out here with like movie Seth Rogen DK. Here's my stance on this. I think I've got a pretty good take. I think that... Oh, it's a bear. I don't care about that. I think what Nintendo is telling us is that in an age of corporate product and hyper modernization... Did you just take a 1 minute and 59-second shower? Any percent. Bold choice. I think Nintendo's trying to tell us that they are cranky. Oh my god. I think they're trying to tell us that they are still a gaming company. And not just like a... They are Nintendo, and that is not changing. In a world of hyper-realistic shooters and battle royales and crazy specs, you can still... Nintendo's still the company they were when they made Super Mario Kart 64. They're a place to escape into something that isn't real. Nintendo's cranky. Hey, sometimes if you use an emulator, they are. I think they're trying to tell us they're not PlayStation, and they're not Xbox, and they're not the Steam store. They're a place where you take goofy, fantastic, circular characters and you race them in a silly place. And I think we need that. I think we need that because everything is so... Oh, Battlefield 2026 or, you know, odd 27 or... I don't know, I think Nintendo's still Nintendo. And they're giving us something that nobody else is giving us. Other than Sony's Astrobot. Good on you, Sony, for making Astrobot. You've accomplished one thing. Good job. How do I like it? I don't like the DK. With the goofy eyes. I think my favorite looking DK, like, is DK64 DK, obviously. But, like, Brawl DK, where he was, like, you know, he's, pretty, like, kind of serious, and he's, like, kind of cool. I like when DK's cool. Look at him. He's sick. He says, okay, you know? I just think he's neat. I don't have Lanky, so I can't get these. But like the Mario and the Luigi, I think they're good. I think they could be kind of chubby-cheeked guys. That's pretty cool. They're plumbers, right? Although they are pretty active. I don't know. I didn't get a good look at any of the other characters, but I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I think it's fine. I think it's slightly good, maybe. Something else to distinguish it, because they do need things to distinguish these Mario Karts. What is the direction they take this Mario Kart is my question. If in fact they have included every character under the sun and every stage under the sun in the previous title, right? What do you do? What do you do after Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Maybe never make a Smash again. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know if that's the case, though. There's an Aztec shop with something I could get, right? Golden banana, I don't want. I don't want your golden banana. I don't want your pity. Your banana pity. Let's get out of here. I don't have barrel throwing it. I have not achieved a single thing throughout this process. And it's all because I don't have... Oh boy, I don't have Mill's Dirt. Another potion. I desperately need a charge move. Nathaniel Bandy tackled this question and his answer is basically port Smash Ultimate instead of making a new one. Yeah, I think that's good. I think it's kind of right. The only other direction I can see with Smash is like... And Mario Kart. I had this idea in the shower yesterday. So you've got these, like... You've got these franchises... You've got these franchises with all of these, like, characters that kind of connect to Mario, right? You've got your... They don't actually... They're just Nintendo. You've just got Nintendo party games. That's what you've got. I shouldn't make it more complicated than it. You have Nintendo party games. You've got Smash. You've got Mario Party. You've got Mario Kart. Well, okay. All of these have all these different characters that people... You know, people have favorites, and, like, it can grow... What if it was like one big game and you had like, it was like kind of RPG-ish, where in like the single player portion of it, like you kind of leveled up. Like what if you played as Samus in all of them, and there was like a hub, and like you had the cart and you had the, I guess it would be too big, but you could sell one giant game that everybody would buy with all these characters and just constantly expand it at like pretty big prices. I don't know. It was just an idea I had. I don't actually think it's a good one either, but it's just hard to think about where they're going to take everything. Yeah, they'd have to charge like a ton for sure. or make it a subscription. But I feel like the power in that brand would be gargantuan, in that they could charge 200. It's just like the idea there of like all these connected characters. Like why is Samus not in Mario Kart? But Squid Kid is in Mario Kart, right? Isn't that odd? Something else in the mills I need grab for. This is rough. What are we accomplishing here? Is it dusk? No, it's certainly not dusk. They've perfected, that's what they'll have to do. They've perfected the formula. Yeah, I mean, they always or to reinvent it, yeah. Or they just remake Melee with perfect physics. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe when I'm dead they'll do that. Like with Breath of the Wild. Yeah, just a little reinvention. That's oranges. Wow. Finally, I wanted oranges so much. Oh wait, I do want oranges. I could do a neat trick. Alright guys, here you go. Here's your tip of the day. If you want to change these and you don't have a gun, you can change them by using oranges. Look at this. We've changed the course of history itself with the power of oranges. We've avoided scurvy for 1,000 years. All thanks to oranges. You're playing Sticker Star. Bye. See ya, Air. Have a good time. Excited to hear how it goes. Excited to hear how it goes. Yeah, man, I could go for another Breath of the Wild run. I kind of want to I could just get lost in like an RPG or like a long form game for like a whole day. That would really hit the spot. I could go for such a thing, but I kind of have to find the next thing before I do that. I did want to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I haven't quite gotten there yet. Yeah. Like having something like a Breath of the Wild show up or like a new Mario, I think it'd kind of have to be something fresh. And the only thing I could think of right now is I also don't want it to be something too complicated. Like I don't want to dive into like a Xenoblade Chronicles or anything that's like you get a master whole system or anything like that. Hopefully April 3D Mario, that'd be pretty nice. What are we doing here? Are we gonna go to caves? No, wait, there was something in level 3 here, I believe. In Aztec, I believe the Cranky shop had a potion. We're desperate for potions. Wait, wasn't there a potion in Isle shops, maybe? No, I don't know. Oh, we gotta get out of here again. This kind of blows. May I humbly recommend the Ghost of Tsushima. I have a feeling in my body like that doesn't sound appealing to me. But I respect your opinion enough that I would consider such a thing. Even though I'm... Man, I really thought there was something here. Yeah. I like games where you play as silly geometrical monkeys. You know what I'm saying? Just like the idea of that. Not that I won't play like a game with like good graphics. Like I know it's good. I guess I think you like more of like fantasy and like kind of like realistic, not like realistic fiction, but like characters with like, when it comes to like I don't know, like a story or something, sometimes I do like I just like something that doesn't mean anything. Maybe, I don't know. Oh god, these random doors. This bean seed is much harder than... I actually downloaded 2 seeds to go through today, thinking I was just gonna breeze through it. Have you ever played a Dark Souls game? I do want to play a Dark Souls game, but I have not yet. And I surmise that I would actually be good at it, because I think the basic idea is the same as like Monster Hunter, where it is not a game about offense, but a game about essentially countering. Like, you kind of run around and you learn the boss's pattern, and then you attack. You get on the offensive, and you counter, and you go in. So I think I'd be pretty good at it. Oh, Monster Hunter's coming out this year. I might take a day off for that one to play the new Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter. That's, oh boy. Oh boy, what a blessing. All right, we've got Tiny now. That's good. So now we can go to... We can actually see if we can get into Japes. That'd be pretty neat. If this was in fact the Holy Grail group. But I've not played a Dark Souls game. Have you, Crazy Steve? Oh, have you ever played, Crazy Steve, have you ever played Cult of the Lamb? I feel like that's, your kind of game. Not because it's a cult, but like the actual, like, game design. It's not like roguelike-y, but it's like that kind of indie, like, kind of, you know, get different boons to progress. But it's just like, it's just not a roguelike. You've played some Dark Souls? How did you fare in such an activity? Not the Lamb one? Okay. Well, I'd reckon the Lamb one looks pretty fun. I've watched, my wife's watched a lot of people play it on YouTube, and I've popped in, and it looks like a good one. You want to play Bloodborne? What is the difference between Bloodborne and Dark Souls? I don't know such a thing. All right, we've ended up here, and we lack guns still. You didn't beat the original Dark Souls, but really enjoyed Elden Ring. I remember when you got Elden Ring. Yes, that's right. You tried fighting that first guy. You succeeded, right? You succeeded in fighting the first guy. I have a lack of vines still. This is terrible news. But I do have Cranky, so I can acquire something over here. What do we have in Galleon? What do we have in Galleon? We have nothing of use. We need diving to get into... We need diving to get into Japes, is what we need. Okay, we've got a chunky banana. Maybe we get that. At the core, they are the same games, but have some different mechanics. Okay, I see. You should play Bloodborne. It's Gothic horror, Dark Souls. You'd love it. I thought Dark Souls was Gothic horror. I think I would like to play that. I think that would be a fun stream thing as well. I've stuff I started I need to finish. Maybe Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. I'm not having as much fun with it as I was at one point. And I don't think like it's a huge draw for people. I need to finish. I have a commitment to Jerry Bear to do the Shadow of War thing more. And then in addition, there's I started the Monkey Ball thing, and I personally would garner great joy from I would get great joy from completing Master Mode in that. It's a personal ambition of mine. But okay, I could start with Bloodborne maybe when I venture down that path of those games. This makes me want to play Mario Party tonight when I hear music such as this. How troublesome. We're definitely boomerang fooing. Wait, can I can't do that. Yeah, Mario Party does sound kind of sick. I don't know. But boomerang foo. Jordan War 2015 has never played Ultimate Chicken Horse. You've played Ultimate Chicken Horse, right, Crazy Steve? If anybody hasn't played Ultimate Chicken Horse, it is up there in terms of party games that I've ever played. I think it's so easy to pick up and enjoy, even if you're like not good. Like if you're bad at platforming, I still think it's like, I think it's a lot of fun because you can just mess with other people. And sometimes you just make it happen anyways. Oh, do I even need coins? I don't need coins. Donkey Kong is rich for the first time. Alright, what do we got here? We've got a potion. Great. Do we have a Galleon Shops hint? Galleon Funky. Just Galleon Funky. It won't let me write it down. Galleon Funky has a missile. I know where all these potions are, and I can't grab any of them. It's like I'm in purgatory. I'm in Czech purgatory. I could go to the other side and kill Kevin, I guess. Alright. Let's exit and come back in. There's probably something in the hints I need to do here. That's really holding me back. But I'm afraid I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, look at these tiny little guys. They're doing their best. They're just doing their best in this worldwide world that they live in. It's okay. We'll support them how we can. By removing them from the dark reality that we all... No, I'm kidding. That's not the way I live my life. But it was a good gag for the moment. We got a blast course. Let's do the Galleon blast course because it's literally a thing that we can do. Oh, getting surprisingly hungry during these streams. I don't know what I've done to my eating schedule. But I am trying to get big right now, so I'd say this is a boon as opposed to a bane. I don't actually recognize how to do this course. Oh, I got lucky there. Okay. Is this the one where we hit immediately? I certainly hope so. These barrel courses all of... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be ding-dang kidding me. We're gonna be in these barrels for the rest of our lives. Galleon course always gets you? Yeah, I haven't done it. I feel like it doesn't happen much. Despite having like 2 checks behind it. It's kind of odd, right? This is the one where you have to wait. You have to exhibit patience. Can you remind me what time Soulforge is at? I've got the whole day open, so it's not if I'm going to make it. It's what I'm gonna be doing while I walk. You guys want to see Jerry Bear 16 stream Soulforge tomorrow? Soulforge Fusion, the card game that at least Jerry Bear is playing, and a lot of other people. You can tune in at 9 AM Eastern to jerrybear16.com. Is this? Okay, rule matches at 9:30. Okay, we got pre-match commentary at 9. I cannot accomplish this. I cannot accomplish this. Apparently I cannot accomplish anything in this seed. I cannot accomplish a single requirement. Alright, take care of this guy. Alright, come on. There we go. Alright, well, I will definitely not stream early in the day. I'll tell you. Mini Monkey! And oranges. I can acquire such a thing. I can acquire this now. Look at that. It is perfect timing. Jiggly Kong, I was just mentioning like very early in the stream. I've got another draft tonight. This is so the first league I ever did was like last early summer, and I lost first round of the playoffs. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was starting to feel arrogant because I drafted a really good team and I had the best record in the league, and I was just starting to be like, well, I can't do the same things I did all season. I've got to mix it up. I've got to keep them on their toes. And like in a draft league with just like a couple people, Not like a couple. It was like 20 people, but like no like professional players or anything. Like it's unlikely that people are like looking deeply into how you play and trying to like counter. Oh, I don't know the timings for this anymore. Okay, I actually need to get the thing out for this. It's been a while. So we'll have news on that. I'm not streaming it or anything, but my wife and Crazy Steve and I are all in the same league, so we're gonna draft tonight, which will be fun. 2-3-3-2-2. Shit. Okay, this is going to be tricky. I'm gonna have to look all of these up. It's been so long that I kind of forget. Alright, it's 2-3-4-3-4. I don't want to... Ooh! Yeah, big redemption, yes. I led the match with an assault vest. I literally had a mammo swine, and I said, well, I don't know what else to put on this. I guess I'll slap an assault vest on it, because I'm going to be attacking. And I led into a banded Marshadow. And I switched out, and I experienced pain. And I died. 2-3-3-4-4. And if I would have just did my normal lead with like Galvantula or something and just, you know, Focus Sash T-waved with sticky webs, like everything would have been fine. 4-3-4-3-4. But I was a silly goose, and I suffered the consequences, but this time I'm gonna be back with a vengeance. Big redemption arc though. So excited for that. I'll post about it on the Discord, and it'll be fun, and I'll be talking about that'll have like streams for sure. I kind of want to do like weekly, like, you know, what's going on in the league and stuff like that. Is this 4-3-4-3-4 or 2-3-3-4-4? Okay, we're going to do it. We're gonna survive, everybody. Good news. We're going to barely survive. Okay, I've never done that with oranges. Never done that with oranges. 833. What a blessing. So, super excited for that. Super excited for that. I don't want to post my thoughts too early, but it is a day off, and I don't think there are a lot of people here going to snipe. Yeah, it's a Scarlet Violet Nat Dex, and I love Nat Dex because there's just so many options, just like the oranges. What did I acquire? I got Hunky Chunky. What a waste of time. Well, got the oranges. That's pretty cool. Just like a blast, just like the oranges. Where have we not gone yet? Caves. Let's go to caves and see if we can do anything. All I want is diving. If I get diving, I can go to Japes and potentially win. I don't think I have a diving hint though, which is okay. But I love Nat Dex leagues because there are just so many. Like, so right now I'm finishing this Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire draft up, and I got 7 out of 8. So like I'm just like not going. Like I just like didn't get like a quite top pick. There was like no choice. And then like after that it was kind of slim pickings too. So I just, you know, I grabbed what I could at like a decently high price point. And there's just like not a lot of options at the top. So everybody kind of has like one like pretty good guy, and then like it's just scarce after that. But in the Nat Dex leagues, and like no, that's not even the point I want to make. I take that back. The point I want to make is that everybody kind of picks the same people in the lower parts, because there's so few people that you know who the high value and the low value picks are, and that like doesn't change. But in Nat Dex League, it feels like the true spirit of draft, where you're putting together like a team that would never be together, but works only in the case of draft, where you can make your Arbalova shine, for example. And like, I don't see a scenario where I'm picking like Arbalova in a Scarlet Violet non-Nat Dex draft. Because I know what the threats are at the top. But there are so many threats all over the place. Oh god, what have I done? I've made the greatest of mistakes. I think it promotes team diversity so well. And even now, like, I've been watching like Draft League stuff, and you know, it's kind of a meme, but they're like, you know, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire draft is like, it's like pretty much solved. And hearing the word solved, it makes me unhappy to like conceive of. Like, I think like the point of draft should be that it's not solved. Like, you can build this new team that nobody's ever had, and you probably will have to, because other people are trying to pick certain things. Oh, my aunt and my... Okay, I've just received some slightly good news. So, super excited for that. Super excited for that. I've got, out of 24 players, I'm the 17th pick, so it's gonna be less of a get like an amazing pick and more like get two less than amazing picks that synergize very well. So that's what we'll be... Oh, I've done goofed. That's what we'll be doing. My idea was to go for Great Tusk, but Crazy Steve is the pick behind me, and his plan is to go for Great Tusk. So the problem is, if I would get in a position to get Great Tusk, Crazy Steve will snipe me. I've been had. I haven't practiced this in a while. I was off for like a month, so and I was thinking about Pokemon the whole time, so my DK abilities are not up to snuff. What's the proper way to sneak past this guy?
Welcome to bonus stage.
I've got to figure it out. Anyways, so I think like I haven't even been planning around the draft much, because I'm like, what I really got to do is just... Okay, I believe it's straight. What I've got to do is just I've got to react to like whatever I get and build the team around that, because I'm a low enough pick, right? Oh, that's unfortunate. That's okay though. We can recover from this. Please, please. Oh god, I got stuck. Okay, we've done it. We've accomplished the deed. Whee! Very nice. Oh wait, the lighting has changed, so I will change my... Gavin! That's what I was looking for. All I had to do was come here without a hint and just figure that out. Magically. There's diving. It's time. Maybe we can complete this seed. Yeah, I don't know if it's like whole GG's. So here's the deal. Here's the dealio. I know that the bean is in the hive tunnel area. So, one, I could spawn in the hive tunnel area, which would be pretty good. Actually, I don't know if I could do that because the gate's up. But two, it could be one of the Kasplats in the tunnel. And if that's the case, then I'm in. Then I've done what I needed to do. It is not the case that we spawn in a normal place. Okay, so here's the moment. Otherwise, we need to go and find Feather Bow. And if we have Feather, we can pretty much wrap up everything else. Let's go ahead and give you the old one too. Okay, it's not that one. We've got one more chance, and then we have to go on a feather hunt. In which case, I might dump my blueprints to get a hint on Feather. Oh my god, it's the bean. We've done it. All we had to do... So we could have finished that seed in about 10 minutes. All we had to do was take the blast that we started with go to caves, do the little quest, do the barrel course, get diving, go to Japes and get the bean. But it's okay. We did it in an hour and 18 minutes. That's not too bad. What's up? So I've got what, 2 people on Twitch, 3. Jiggly Kong. Do you wanna hear it? Let's talk draft really quick. Just it sounds like you may be interested in this a little bit, so I just figured maybe I could share the draft with you. If you are interested. Beetles as the fairies, that's so goofy with those weird limbs and stuff. Woo! Okay, so we need to move this over a little bit. There we go. And then we'll move the chat like over here. And we'll shrink the window a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm pulled 20. I'm pulled 27. Here we go. So there's Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and so I'm the 7th pick here. So the board is, here's the board. I got Lando I, which is a 4th, technically like the 4th or 5th pick, that's pretty good for 7th. And like Lando I is this like, in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, it's like faster than average because 100's the speed tier to beat, and there's 101 speed, so that's pretty good. Obviously, like sheer force, special attacking, life orber, with yeah, some really good damage output there, and rocks. So round 2, I went Rotom Wash because I just felt like that was pretty complimentary. You get to you've got like a slow pivot into things if you want. So you could slow pivot into Landorus, which isn't like the chunkiest thing ever, and set it up for success. You can get hit by ice type moves, and you're very much okay with that, and you can counter back with like, you know, Thunderbolts or whatever. It's also very tricky. You could literally do trick. You can T-wave to slow like faster things down. You can burn like some of the other ground types. What I'd be worried about here is like a Garchomp or something, or a Lando T, because I couldn't hit them with like electric type moves. And like Hydro Pump's not super reliable, and I can't Thunder Wave them, but I can burn them. So there's that. And then I draft heavy because I feel like, especially in these early rounds, we talked about this yesterday, I think. Having it's a lot to prepare for in the pools, so overwhelming the opponent I think is pretty valuable. So I went and I scooped up Mega Lopunny, also for, yeah, especially in Oras, like 15's like not bad at all. You just got so many options, like they don't know what set you're gonna bring. You could do like if there's no like strong ground resist, you can do like the Scarf Volt Switch thing, which is really hard to deal with. You could do the Slow Turner, you could do the utility set, you could do screens, there's so many options. The typing's so good with Levitate. But I went Mega Lopunny next for like speed control, because I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do about like a scarfed like Garchomp, or like a scarfed Tornadus-Therian? Or actually, even now I can't really deal with those with that. That's kind of just a problem in general. But I needed speed control, and Mega Lopunny's pretty good at that. It helps with like a Superior, because I can like fake out a substitute and like maybe get out of there and do some damage. And it's just I think it's pretty good with just speed and power and breaking through stuff. It's a physical kind of breaker too, so that offsets like all the special power. I picked up Jirachi because I just felt like defensively it rounded out this group. You've got your Steel type, Steel Psychic type, so you can be a little bit weak to ground with two ground immunities here. It's a stealth rocker. It's also got a utility. I can do like Scarf, Iron Head sets to like do some flinch stuff. I think it just puts on a lot of pressure and has good defensive typing to round out like the rest of these. Like what if there's ground type, I've got people I can switch into. If it's a fire type move, I've got Rotom Wash. If it's a dark type move, I could technically do Mega Lopunny. I think this team's a little bit weak to dark, but I think it's less of a big deal now than it is in the future. Yeah, a Spooky Host is on YouTube. What is going on, someone? Yeah, yeah, there's not a ton of there's like Weavile, but like other than like a Scarfed Weavile, which isn't gonna kill Mega Lopunny in one hit, like I could outspeed with like a high jump kick and kill. Yes. OBS gives the option to stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time now, so I've been doing that. The general opinion is that YouTube has better discoverability and Twitch has better like community and like actual streaming experience. So Twitch is definitely the home of the Spooky Host, but nice to have an alternate platform and bring some people in, which is cool. And just like looking at the numbers, like I don't have like a ton of subscribers on YouTube, but I've seen like I've seen like 5 people in YouTube at once today, which is like pretty, like that's kind of surprising. I wouldn't expect that many, so that's pretty cool. Because most folks are used to like finding me on Twitch, so it's pretty neat. Anyways, then I picked up Latios because I wanted to keep up the pressure in these early rounds and like give people too much to prepare for. It gives me a little bit of ice problems, but I felt like with Jirachi and Rotom Wash that was okay. There's also something here like I can get like 3 lives out of my Lando. Actually, I can get like 4 lives out of my Lando Eye with these 3 Healing Wish users. I could Healing Wish Latios and bring Lando back, or Mega Lopunny, or Jirachi Healing Wish. Latios has like defog, which is nice because I didn't have any other hazard removal. I'm not super weak to hazards though. I'm pretty not weak to hazards, which is nice. Great braking potential and good speed tier, 110. Oh, this is a fast team. This is a lightning fast team compared to a lot of the board. I don't have big tanks or anything. I'm going to be switching into Rotom and like Jirachi like constantly, but yeah, Great Breaker. I could Calm Mind, Sweep, all that kind of stuff. And then finally, I got Big Galvantula, who I've had pretty good success with in the past. Like, you just lead Galvantula, T-Wave, Sticky Webs. If you're lucky, you get a Thunder out of it too, and you're in a good position. I've heard in Oras that there aren't a ton of good like removal options. So hopefully even just taking a turn to get rid of Sticky Webs will put them at a disadvantage. Like maybe I could set up or something. In addition, this is going to help me manage like all the Scarfers that are out there that would normally give like Mega Lopunny a problem, for example. Like a what kind of speed tier am I looking at? Like a Scarfed Weavile. Like that's pretty rough into my team, right? Because it's just so dang fast. But or a Scarfed Greninja or a Scarfed Infernape. Even though I've got a decent speed tier, like Mega Lopunny never gets faster than base 135 because it has to have the Lopunite. And my fastest Pokemon is like Latios at 110. With a Scarf or something like that. So I picked up those, and then I've got Pavilion. The board's not updated yet, but I picked up Pavilion and Shedinja. I had 3 points left, so I could scare people with like Compound Eyes, Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance stuff, or you know how Shedinja is Shedinja. So that'll be the Oris. This is the big. You can see I'm in pool 2027, so there's like so many of these different pools. I'm not seeing anybody else really go as aggressive as I did with the points, but I don't know. I'm still learning if it's a good strat. And Nala here did something similar, although it's kind of I guess it's more rounded out. My team's hyper offense, so my Galvantula I think is better for hyper offense. It's just not like the most flexible thing in the world. Some of these groups are still drafting as well, so they'll get there eventually. At some point I'll do probably a review of the other board, the big Scarlet Violet draft. I want to do like content for that because there's a lot of people in there, and I think they'd appreciate the, a review of like all the games of the week or something like that. All right, well, thanks for listening and hanging out, everybody. What a great time. Let's go ahead and let's go raid somebody. Maybe this time successfully. Wouldn't that be a blessing? We should have stopped the timer. Well, thanks for joining. It was fun. Partially because you're here. Really appreciate it. It's there's a lot of folks who are like DK, definitely like DK people that show up. So it's nice to have some Pokemon people too. But I appreciate you watching the DK stuff. You know what I mean? It's just nice to have people that enjoy the same things that you do. Who is on? We've got same category. Anybody playing DK64? Signa Kong. Don't know who that is. What about following? Who have I got? Yeah. Night Cyber, Poppin' Jam. Let's go raid Poppin' Jam again. Playing looks like something. All right, we're gonna raid Poppin' Jam. Feel free to note that the haunted homies are here in chat. And thank you all very much for joining. I'm your spooky host. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. No promises on streaming tomorrow. I may or I may not. Goodbye.